It always says we're live, but then I watch on my phone and it's not even comes up. It doesn't even come up.
I'll have a look. Here we go.
Scott's doing his OnlyFans, Lewis. It's Sally's OnlyFans from cross-dressed on a live.
I'm having a look now. I think it is.
Skip the ads.
You're live.
Hello, I'm live. If we are, can you let us know in the comments, please?
I can see us on YouTube, so we're live.
Yeah.
Let me just share it. Hi, everyone.
Chris
Hi,
says hello, Beth.
Hi.
Hello. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of comments coming through tonight, a lot of questions for Beth. So just bear with me if we don't answer your question. Just put it all there again, because obviously, like I said, it's probably go pretty quick. How are you feeling after BTS?
Knackered. It was such a fun day. It was amazing, but I was just all over the place because there was so much that I wanted to buy, and then there was people that I knew that I saw, and there was people that I'd never met before, and it's quite overwhelming in a good way. But when I got home, and then obviously when you get home, you've got all these new animals and everything to sort out. So I was rehousing until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning with all my new stuff, which I haven't revealed yet what I bought. And then I was just absolutely shattered, but it was a wicked day. It's my first ever time at BTS and I absolutely loved it. Loads of people came up and said hello to me as well, which I'm sure you're the same, Scott. There's a lot of people, you know, their usernames from YouTube and stuff, but you don't actually know what these people look like. And it's quite bizarre because people will come up to you and say hello, and it's like, hello, who are you?
that was my thing. It's like you chat to people and all sorts, and people come up and they're like, oh yeah, and you're like, oh, and then they're like, oh, I'm so and so, and you're thinking, you've got no idea how many people inbox me. Oh yes, then the penny drops after about 20 minutes.
How did you find it? I'm just going to share the link a minute.
Awesome. I worked with Tony, didn't we, on Venomous Visions? That was the first time I've ever done that.
Yeah,
so that was pretty cool. Doing all the scorpion and centipede kind of, advice and what have you. Really enjoyed it.
No for me.
Oh, come on, Beth.
No, the one thing I won't keep is centipedes. Dave keeps trying to convince me, but it just creeped me out.
I used to be scared to death of centipedes, and eventually, BTS 2019 it was, I got one, and then once you've got one and you're looking after one, it's completely different because suddenly they're looking up to you for its food and its housing, water, and all the rest of it.
If one of those things escapes,
I think me and Dave should just go halves and get you one.
No, I'll never do it again.
Let's just say a quick hello to everybody in the chat in the comments.
I'm just going to share now.
So hopefully I won't miss anybody. But hi Gemma, hi Aromatic Beast, hey Sophie, hey Incredible Inverts with Animals, Phil, hey Wolf. Wolf won part of the giveaway. Hey Dave, T-Reps, nice to see you back and about, and lovely to see you again. Hey Becky, hey Gemma, hey Lupang, hey Chris, hey Steve, hey Lewis, hi Michael. I'm just scrolling down, so bear with me. Hey Jackie, hey Gemma. Jackie, 20 hours late. I'm always late. Either. Hey Russell. Hey Derek. Have we got everybody? Hey D. Dave's Little Beasties. Who's Dave's Little Beasties? Is it? I don't know.
No idea.
Hey Dakota. Hi Dylan. Hey Tony. Hi Mark, Spider Guy. Mark Spider Guy is so close to 1,000 subscribers. If you could do me the great pleasure of giving him a subscription, that would be awesome.
I'm subscribed already.
I love him to bits. Very close friend. Look, Beth comes on and Scott was only 3 minutes late. Usually it's 10 minutes, says Chris.
Yeah, I was worried that I was going to be late, and then I joined a couple of minutes before, and Scott was like, oh, don't worry, I'm not even in it yet. I joined before him.
Yeah, we've got kids to sort out and all the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? So the missus is upstairs at the moment sorting that. Sort of scrambled dinner well fast. Phil's only 90 subscribers away. I should imagine everybody watching is already subscribed to Bethany Spiders. If you're not, make sure you do so. And if one of the moderators could just drop Beth's link into the comments, that would be absolutely awesome.
If you're not subscribed, then a sea minax will come and bite your toes in the night.
What is it with the minax? What is it, Beth?
I think, to be honest, where my fascination first started with the minax was, I was actually quite scared. It's when I first got into the hobby, and I was like, OBT is like as spicy as I'd ever go. And I remember seeing the sea minax, the Thailand black, on a video on YouTube, and I thought, oh my god, I could never keep one of them. Like, I thought, oh my god, they're just mental. And then it turned into a fascination, and then I saw that Skinny Legs Tarantulas had a juvenile for sale. This was a couple of years ago, and I was in work, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. Am I going to buy it? And I just thought, oh, I'm just going to buy it, and I bought it. I can remember I was like, oh my god, my arms are sweating. I was like, oh my god, I bought it. And then when it came, obviously it was absolutely fine because it was just a juvenile. But then after that, a couple of weeks later, So Many Legs had an adult female, and I just bit the bullet. And it was one of my first ever YouTube videos that I did, was unboxing her. And I think what attracted me to them so much after that was the fact that I wanted to show people the other side of them, because yes, they definitely deserve respect and they definitely are defensive, but I just wanted to try and educate people about the fact that yes, these tarantulas do need to be respected, but if you treat them correctly, you're not going to get that defensive behavior that you might see on other YouTube channels where they are antagonizing the tarantula. And yeah, I think I've always just been attracted to the darker side of life as well. So anything mean, then that's a bit.
Oh, does that rub off into your music taste as well?
I like all types of music, really. I don't stick to one genre. I sort of go through phases. I'll really be listening to one genre for a while, and then I'll just completely switch it up. But if you went onto my Spotify and click shuffle, it would be all different types.
Mine goes from like Phantom of the Opera to Nirvana to Pantera, back to like then on to Eminem. Yeah, definitely. So, when did you start the spider addiction? Because it is an addiction.
Mm-hmm. I only started keeping in the beginning of 2020, so it's only been a couple of years, and it started because I bought the bird eater box from the spider shop. It had 3 slings. I think it was a Lasiodora parahybana, Lasiodora klugi, and a Nandu chromatus. And obviously I was attracted to it because it was bird eaters. And I think quite a lot of people, when they first get into the hobby, the reason why the LP is so attractive is because it's like, oh my God, it's a bird eater. It's massiid. Oh, no, and then you buy one and you get this tiny little sling.
Tiny little sling, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought it was going to be a bird eater.
I thought it was going to be 4 foot across and jumping out of the box at me. What's this? We're going to take it for a walk up the shop.
Exactly. And then I think within a couple of weeks, I bought more slings, and then I thought, oh, I'm a bit bored of these slings because they're not really doing anything. I can't watch them. So then I started getting juveniles, and then I got my first adult, and that's just the way it goes. And before I knew it, I was like 50's my max. Then I was like 100's my max.
Oh, don't even go there.
This room originally was my dressing room, and I had a dresser, like some drawers in this corner, and my tarantulas were just on top of there. And then that set of drawers went into my bedroom. And I just had one rack behind me. And then up until a few months ago, I still had some drawers here, and then I got this big beast, and now it's just completely tarantulas. There's nothing else in here other than bugs.
I can relate to that. We had like literally a tiny little shelf in the front room, and then it just goes and I mean, this is the kitchen, so now we've got like a tiny little workspace over there. That's completely fine. Do you know, I can deal with that. Apparently, she can't, but I can. And I've took over like 3/4 of the kitchen.
I live on my own, so I can do whatever I want.
Don't even go there.
Yeah, but that's kind of dangerous in a way, because that's how this collection's grown in such a quick amount of time.
If I lived on my own, I think I'd have a microwave, a small TV kind of here, and a sleeping bag, probably in the work van, and the whole house would be covered. It would be absolutely covered.
Van.
I think one of the things I related to with you, and especially with your TikTok, when you were saying no more slings.
Oh, I know.
Cheers, Happy Ant. Thank you.
I keep saying no more slings, and then you'll see a video on my YouTube channel unboxing 30 kilo brackets can crack and slings.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm a sucker for a mystery box. So every time you get a mystery box, what's in it? Slings. And then you just end up with hundreds.
Yeah, I think I've got probably about 150 adults, and then about 250 juveniles and slings.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. And then obviously I've got my egg sacs in that as well on top of that. But I didn't really count them because I only keep a few of them back, and then the rest just get sold.
What have you got sitting on egg sacs at the moment?
I've got Therapeutic Von Worthy and Carabiner Versicolor and a couple of other things that I'm saving for a surprise. I've got a Phonopelma Simani as well that'll be available in about a week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that which form? Is that the blue form or the dark form?
I think she's the blue color form. But when I went to the British Tarantula Society lectures, one of the things that they were talking about was the Phonopelma Simani and the fact of the blue color form that some people talk about, and they were saying how it's actually just to do with the locality of where they are. So it's not necessarily, but it sells well when you say, oh, blue color form or whatever, because people think, oh, I want that. But it's not necessarily genetic. It's just a factor of different locality of where they're found.
Yeah, so there's two localities. So you've got the blue locality and then the black one.
Yeah.
But either way, it's still awesome.
But it sells more, doesn't it, when you say that it's a different color form, because everyone wants it then.
What, instead of saying locality?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What else did you get from what did you get from the BTS? Have you, if you're allowed to say?
What? I don't know what I want to reveal.
Well, should I say when's the video coming out? That might be a bit better.
The video's coming out on Thursday, but I've got something here, and I think particularly Dave's little beasties will love this, because I know how much he loves these. I've got myself a eyelash jumping spider, and I know how much Dave loves jumping spiders, don't you, Dave? If you're still in the chat, there it is, just up there.
Oh.
I still need to rehouse it. It's still in the pot that it came in. I keep telling Dave how much I love jumping spiders, and he is not a fan of them, and I'm trying my hardest to try and convince him that they're the best, because I just absolutely love them. I'm obsessed with jumping spiders.
He just said blue jumping spiders.
You're so good, Dave.
That could make me devil's advocate. I could go arse with you to get him one of those, and go arse with Dave to get you one of the centipedes.
I do not want centipede. I'd return to sender. That is one thing that I'll never keep. The
fear of centipedes I had was like that. I was terrified. My best mate, him and his missus, would always send me pictures through Messenger, and I'd have to get my other half to come along and delete them for me. I just didn't want to look at them. Full stop.
It's not that bad for me. Like, I don't mind looking at the pictures, and I can appreciate the beauty of them, and I do think they're fascinating. But I just don't think I just won't want one. It would just freak me out how fast they are and how potent some of their bites are. I don't know. I wouldn't want to risk it, like with the dog and everything. I don't know. It would just freak me out if one of those escaped. More than any of my tarantulas, I wouldn't be worried about any of them escaping.
So apart from the eyelash, do you keep any other true spiders?
Yes, I've got a few different types of Linothelli. I've got Stegodipus lineatus.
Oh, nice.
The Egyptian lined ladybird spider. I also had the Cerberus negabensis, the white lady dancing spider, but I gave that one to Dave at BTS.
Clayton was selling them.
I've got Orb Weaver up there as well. And
is that Nepheli?
Yeah. And
or Nephelia, however you want to pronounce it.
I think that's all the trues I've got. I am kind of branching out. Oh, I've got a huntsman as well. I've got the orange huntsman.
David Bowie.
Yes, I'm getting more into them, to be honest, and especially like the tunnel webs and the funnel webs. I really, really want some of the what are they called? The ones that Dave's trying to breed.
The Taiwanese.
And Gigas. Yeah, and the Gigas. I really want them.
They do look stunningly beautiful, stunningly fast. And like you said, the amount of web that they create is just astonishing.
Amazing.
I mean, one of those guys could probably produce the same amount of web like a Balfouri Communal would, for instance, or 10 times as much as what a GBB does.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I would definitely like them, and I'm not sure about the huntsman. I'm over my fear of the huntsman now that I've got one, but they just don't really do it for me, to be honest. I prefer my terrestrial spiders than arboreal.
Wolf, the crickets are at my house because I'll take them out of the cricket little tubs and put them into Exoterra. So for the short life they've got, they can run around quite happy over moss and stuff. So that's just in the background, just how it is.
I've got something quite cool here.
That's just Scott's chair. I don't know what it is. I bought this chair brand new at Christmas and it just squeaked ever since. Sprayed it with DW and everything.
A stag beetle.
Oh, beauty.
Rhino beetle, sorry. That's the male. These are the Sea Atlas in the spider shop. This is the male.
He is gorgeous.
Huge.
You got the female as well?
Yeah, they are tucked away down here.
Are you going to give it a go?
Yeah, I've just actually housed them this evening. Just got substrate all over my laptop.
I'm not the only one then.
Yeah, I don't know if I can show you, but they're down there in this huge tub.
Oh, brilliant.
So that's not going to be their permanent place, but I've just literally tonight I've just made a video for the spider shop on them. So that's why they're down there at the moment. But that is the only downside to them, is they need a lot of substrate to be able to breed them properly. That's a 64-litre tub that they're in.
Just having a quick look down the comments. Atlas beetles are awesome, says Phil. Yeah, incredible inverts from other animals. He's into his beetles.
Yeah, I've just really started to get into beetles lately. I've got quite a few here now. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 5 types.
Do you think you're gonna have to expand past the dressing room?
Yes, well, I've actually sold my flat. I've actually sold my flat, and I'm looking for a house. So as soon as I find somewhere else, then I think I'll be having the box room as my bedroom, and the biggest room will be the animal room, because I did it the wrong way when I moved around here. The room next door, which is my bedroom, is like probably twice the size as this. But to move everything around now would just be such a pain. But if I moved in here now, I definitely would have swapped round, and I'd be sleeping in this bedroom instead.
We've got stuff all over the place. I have to be like really careful with what goes where because of the kids. Like, but if we move, I'm just going to build a massive shed, literally the whole garden, and then that's going to be that.
You can buy like outdoor offices that are completely insulated. They're quite expensive. They start at about £6,000.
Yeah, I think a 10x14 was something like 8.5. I was like, oh, I don't know. We'll have to just see where it all goes.
Yeah, I could do with some more room in here, to be honest. But the only good thing is that I'm constantly sort of refreshing what I've got in here, because quite a lot of the things I sell on, and then I make room. I've actually got quite a few empty enclosures in here at the minute, but I'm trying to resist the urge to just buy something for the sake of it, to fill it up. I'm just waiting until there's something that I really, really want, and then I know then that I've got about 8 empty enclosures in here, so I've got the room. Then if there's something I really want, then I know I can buy it.
Dave says build your own. Saves a fraction of the cost.
All right, Dave, you're going to come around and build mine then?
That's the plan for me. I think is literally just get some recycled timber from somewhere, get some insulation boards from off some of the building sites I go to, and just crack on, see what happens. Hey, Aaron, the boy who has autism. Hi, mate.
Wolf said, Beth, how long ago did you start your spider collection? About just over 2 years ago. About 2.5 years.
How did you get into them? Just purely just.
Well, when I bought this flat, I didn't have any pets at the time because I just moved from my parents' house, and I've always been interested in exotics and things, and I was looking for just researching really about what type of pets I could have that would be relatively low maintenance, and I was looking on YouTube actually at bearded dragon videos, and somehow the Tarantula Collective's video came up on the suggested, and I clicked on it, and then I think for about 2 or 3 hours I was just going across loads of different tarantula YouTube channels, just watching all these videos, and I was just absolutely fascinated. And then I think the next night was when I bought the bird eater box from the spider shop, and that was it. Then I was just hooked. And it was quite funny because I wouldn't say that I had arachnophobia before I had tarantulas, but I wouldn't have ever picked up a spider. And it's funny because then once I got these slings and once I watched them and I got used to the way that tarantulas behave, you sort of, once you've exposed yourself to it, that's it then. And my fear disappeared overnight. It was strange.
Just have a quick look at the comments. Amy says I started mine a year ago and I've got 65. You know it's going to go more than 65. My husband actually asked what I wanted next, and I said nothing. Think he's still in shock. Hey, live feeding ASMR. Hey, Cotswold Crawlers. Hey, Wolf Goddess. If you've got any questions for Bethany, just drop them into the comments. And like I said, if we miss them, just keep putting them in, and hopefully we'll see them.
When did you get into it then, Scott?
Sorry?
When did you get into the hobby and stuff, and how?
I've always had an interest, like the same as you, for the dark side of life, let's say. Mm-hmm. And I've always done adrenaline pumping stuff, you could say. So I'm basically a bad boy turned good. So when I got off drugs and come off and stopped doing everything that I was doing, I decided to spend a lot of time in my flat just to try and sort my head out and all the rest of it. And one of my friends basically gave me 2 spiders to look after, which was an LP and a Shacklades. And the Shacklades was all set up properly. The LP was set arboreal, and I ended up chatting to Steve Thornton, and then got addicted to watching like the Dark Den and Exotics Lair. Then doing more research and realizing maybe that's not one of the channels I should be watching, and just got pretty geeky with it all. Really, and it just exploded. So I basically swapped a few addictions for the spiders, to be honest. Plus, you know, mental health wise, I can't deal with the whole family life, the whole family stuff. Tara knows perfectly well as well, because I explained it all before we got together. I like my own space. I like to go off and do my own things, stuff like that. So if I get stressed at work or if I get stressed with family, when I come in here, it just lifts everything. And I don't know how they do it, but they do something special to me.
That's the same as me. I come in here and I put my iPad on the desk and just put Netflix on or YouTube, and I feed the spiders, and that's just like my chill time. I love doing that, and I'll sit in here all night.
When we were doing the drugs and being bad and stuff like that, if there was confrontation or anything like that, it would be full on confrontation. So trying to learn how to calm down as well, they helped a lot with that, because again, just coming here, de-stress, and then that helps me just to review a situation, if you like. But yeah, that's how it started for me.
There's a few questions. I'm just going to scroll up because I think I missed one just now for it.
Go on though. You pick out the questions that you.
Zach, Beth, do you find people treat you any different because you are a woman interested in spiders? Yeah, definitely. I think it's quite a male-dominated hobby, and I've heard it comment similar a few times, like, "Oh, you've only got success because you're a woman," and basically discrediting the fact that I work hard, that I've been consistent for a year, and I put out good quality content, and I'm always looking to improve. People just completely write all that off and just say, "Oh, you've only got successful because you're a woman." I think that's one of the main things that annoys me.
I think a dickhead's a dickhead, and if a dickhead looks at you and gets jealous, it's because you're a woman. If they look at a fat bloke, oh, it's, you know, you're fat. They're always going to pick at something. So I personally think you're going to go flying past me in the next couple of weeks. I think you're then going to go flying past Dave. I then think within the next 6 months you're going to be bigger than Tarantula Collective. And at that point, to those that said it's because you're a woman and it's because of this, because of that, you can just turn around and go, do you know what I mean?
I'd love to grow, and I think the first year has been really, really hard. But I've posted 2 videos a week. I post on TikTok and Instagram every single day for a year, and it does annoy me when I get snidey comments about the fact that it's just because I'm a woman or whatever. And it's like, well, it's not. It's because I've stuck at it. And when my numbers were really, really slow and I was only getting like 100 views or something, I carried on going anyway. And my channel was still really, really small. There's so much more potential and so much more that I want to do on it, and I want to carry on growing. But to do that, you need to stick at it, and that's why so many people fail, is because they want overnight success, and that's not the way it happens. You need to work hard for a long time to build something like this up. So I don't think it's got anything to do with me being a woman.
So it took me over just over a year of like doing the same, consistently posting, same days, same times. And that come off the back of, I listened to something Mr. B said. He said he did that consistently for 5 years before the algorithm. I don't really get the algorithm. It's about the only thing I do that I think maybe the algorithm will pick up on, because what he said it took 5 years of consistently doing that before the algorithm actually picked them up and threw them out there. So you're right. It is consistency. It is hard work. I find it a bit annoying, really, that we live in, the year 2022, and people are still being sexist.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the men, you're always going to get, and it is, I suppose, it is a male way of complimenting you in one respect, saying, "Oh, she's good looking," she's fit. You're always going to get that. I don't think that's ever going to go away. But I think that's just a thing in daily life as well. But as for snidey comments, people don't like success always, do they?
Yeah, I think a lot of it probably comes from that, and because it is such a male-dominated hobby still. But I love seeing, like, I get nice messages as well from other women that say, "Oh, it's so nice to have like someone who's a woman in the hobby," because particularly on YouTube, it's quite predominantly all men, isn't it? Really, except from Tarantula Cat.
Yeah, pretty much.
And obviously Pet Rock and Roll as well. She's another big channel.
Yeah, pretty much. Obviously, Tarantula Cat's 130,000 subscribers, bigger than Tarantula Collective. I think that's a massive statement for women in the hobby. But I see women, especially since like 2019, literally just get growing and growing and growing in the hobby, and there's more and more women coming into it, which is absolutely fantastic. And I'd say back into late 2018 to 2019, women kind of, I'm not saying all women, majority of, always kind of went for jumping spiders, and now you see a lot of women going further afield and into every aspect of sort of spider keeping a hobby. But I mean, you're on YouTube. You've got true spiders, you've got jumpers, you've got tarantulas. You're also breeding. So like you are literally a massive icon for those women. And what is good is to see a UK woman doing extremely well on YouTube as well. And like I said, I think the next couple of years for Bethany Spiders is going to be really exciting. I think there's myself and a lot of other people just waiting for you to go boomf and literally shoot. I think, like I said, I think the next couple of weeks you'll shoot past me. I think next couple of months you'll overtake Dave.
I won't overtake Dave that quickly. He's far more than me.
I do think you got to. I think you and Dave are probably the two fastest growing channels in the UK at the moment.
My channel is still super small though, so. But I set myself a target that I'd like to be on 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So I'm hoping that I can make that happen.
I can't see why you've met that happen and go past that, to be honest.
What I've really loved about starting my YouTube channel was I've always been really interested in photography and editing and making films, and that's what I did when I was at secondary school with media studies. And then I kind of lost my way with it a bit because I didn't really have anything to take photos of. And then when I got into the tarantula hobby and I plucked up the courage to make my YouTube channel, before that I was posting on Instagram and stuff, and I was finding my love for photography and that again. So now I feel like two of my interests have now combined because I've got the tarantulas but also the YouTube channel. And I like having the YouTube channel about the tarantulas because although it is my channel, it's not about me, it's about the tarantulas, and that I like that because I'm only really in front of the camera for the intro and the outro, and that's enough for me. I like the focus to be on the tarantulas. I wouldn't want it to be all about me. I'd find that really self-indulgent and cringy.
Yeah, okay, exactly what you're saying. But I think you've got the good balance because your personality comes out well in your videos, as well as your spotlighting the tarantulas as well.
Yeah, the only thing I do worry about sometimes is when you put yourself on the internet, sometimes people can look up to you, and I never set out to. I don't really know how to put it into words. I can't think of the word for it, but I'm sometimes I swear and things like that in my videos, and I've had thoughts before about trying to like dull it down a little bit, but I'm always in a battle between do I dull that part of my personality down and try to be a bit more vanilla so that I can appeal to everyone. But then I also think I want to keep that individuality and I want to be true to myself and who I am on my channel. So I'm always kind of battling between those two things because I want it to be authentic, but at the same time, obviously, I still want people to be able to watch when they've got their children in the room and things. It's not like I swear all the time, but in my outros, in my outtakes, you know, there's a few.
a few little drops. I don't swear on the videos at all, which can be quite difficult. Must admit, and sometimes there is, you know, a little bit of editing to go around the odd swear word. On the lives, come 9 o'clock, we swear a lot. But as Russell said, there is quite a lot of other women that are out there on YouTube as well. He's just listed a few. If you want to go check out their channels, that'd be awesome. Live feeding. Scott looks like Conor McGregor. I look like Conor McGregor's dad, mate.
I think earlier I missed one, Erin. I can't find you now. I think you asked me whether I have any Therapeutic. Yes, I have all three. I've got the Apophysis, Sturmy, and the Blondie. So I've got all of them. Sturmy's my favourite though, till I die.
Oh, the itchy boys.
Yeah, I love the Sturmy.
The Sturmy and the Kluge. I had to sell my Kluge. I had to get rid of her because just I couldn't deal with the hairs. Anywhere I went to feed her or anything like that, just literally from here to here, just red dots all over, just itching for 2-3 weeks.
I've only got one.
Every single time.
It's still a juvenile, so I've not really experienced that yet. But I've heard that from quite a few people that the Kluges are really bad for that.
Sturmies, they make me itch, but nothing like a Kluge. Do any of you to handle your spiders?
No.
I would say 90% no, 10% yes. Because if one comes out and I haven't got a catch cup and it's a new world, then yeah. Or if it gets itself in a sticky situation where I can't get a catch cup to it, then I will. Do I advise anybody house handle? No, I don't. Never will. And I'm massively against handling spiders just for views, like on TikTok.
Me too.
It does my head in.
Just my stance on it really is I don't see the point. The tarantula doesn't like it. It's not like a dog. They don't like being handled. All it does is put you and the tarantula in danger because they can either bite you or hair you, and the tarantula could get hurt if you drop it, or it could escape. I don't see the point. I mean, I'm not bashing people that are into it. That's fine if you do it and you think you're doing it safely. But for me, I would never promote it and I would never advise people to do it. I just don't.
I have lost a couple of subscribers when I said that in the past. And I've had some people like really have a go at me just purely because it says, no, you don't handle spiders. Oh, what do you keep them for then? So, well, why'd you keep fish? Do you get fish out and give them a cuddle?
Exactly. Yeah, Noah's just said people put them on their faces and in their mouths.
Oh yeah, we had that. We spoke about that a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? My God, such an influential person doing it as well. Twice, because we had the singer as well that had the picture with the spider. It all promotes end of the hobby, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, I did a video on my channel a few weeks ago reacting to tarantula TikToks, and one of them was this woman and she had one on her face and it was just ridiculous. I just think why? Like, they don't care about these animals, they're just doing it for shock factor and for clickbait.
Just for views.
It's sad. I think there was another question just now.
I breed the rarest freshwater fish. They are L46 zebra plecos. The zebra is not the rarest pleco, though, is it? They're just one of the most expensive. Here's Ellie. Hey, Ellie.
Hello.
I was late getting back from my mum's, and then I didn't see message because I was driving.
Oh, I was late. Beth was late.
I went late.
You were missed at the show, Ellie, as you always are.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to Bristol, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
You going to Bristol as well, Bethany?
Yes, I'll be there.
Are you working on the spider shop stand, or?
Hi, Mark.
No.
Oh, look, my boyfriend's in the house. Oh no, we broke up. I forgot. He's not my boyfriend anymore.
Hey.
Don't worry.
Someone said,
Hi, Dee. Hi, Michael. Hi, Beth. Hi, Gemma. Hi, Harry. Hi, Erin. Hi, Leah. Hi, Leah.
Is that one true ring on your necklace?
Huh?
What was that?
Aromatic Base says about the ring on your necklace.
It's my nan's ring who passed away a couple of years ago, and it's got gems all the way around it, so I couldn't get it resized, and it's too big for me, so I just wear it on this necklace.
Hi, Moon. Hi, Live Feeding. Hi, Exotic Realm. Hi, Russell. Hi, Mark. I think I got everyone. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Dave. Hi, Greg. I think I got everyone.
I've booked room so I can travel to Bristol day before, says Dave. Awesome. Sorry for your loss, says Noah.
Thank you. Anton, Bethany, do you own/breed trapdoors? No, I haven't got any trapdoors. Actually, I've got the eye mirror. I guess they're classed as a trapdoor or tarantula, aren't they?
Beth, while you're on big screen, can we get a look at your hand tattoos?
Yeah. So this is a death moth.
That is awesome.
And I'm getting a tarantula on this one in August, and then I've just got a rose there, and then my arm is.
Oh wow! The shading on them is brilliant.
There. And it's hard to do, like backwards. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Thank you. I want to get the other one done, but it's just money. When I'm spending all this money on spiders, I've got no money for tattoos.
That's a blackout that's supposed to be all the way down here, but then the spider showed.
Yeah, that's how.
And a wedding. And a wedding. Oh god. What colour cats have you got again, Ellie? Bethany has better inks than Scott. Very true. Because a lot of mine were done a long time ago in people's kitchens and stuff like that. Which was just how it was then. My grandma had 3 face tattoos.
That's badass.
That is badass. They're called tats, Beth.
Thanks.
Dave,
I've got another one.
Imagine Dave with his sleeve.
I've got Pennywise on my leg as well.
Have you?
Yeah, because my dog, my Rottie, she's named Pennywise. So I've actually got Pennywise the clown on my leg, and then it says Pennywise underneath.
Is that because you're into the horrors, or into killer clowns, or?
I do like horror films, but Pennywise in particular, I just think is amazing. And then when I was going to get Penny, my dog, I thought, well, I could call her Pennywise, but Penny for short. So it just kind of worked out right.
Well, Leah's got 14 species of cockroach.
That's cool.
Wow. Wow.
No, this is not for sale.
She can get most things to breed really, really well as well. Jason, I am a tattoo artist and I love spiders.
That's cool.
See, Stefan does. I think he does a bit of tattooing every now and again, piercing and stuff. I'm trying to get him to do me a piercing at one of the shows.
Mm-hmm.
I love Rotties, had two myself, Genus and Murphy. I don't do clowns, says Lovable Spoons.
Rotties are the best.
What else do you keep? I know you did a video about it, but maybe some of them watching don't know. But what do you keep other than the inverts?
So I've got a leopard gecko. I've got obviously my Rottweiler Penny. I've got beetles. I'm looking around now thinking, what have I got in here? I've got mantis. I've just got a few mantises. I'm just starting to sort of dip my toe into the mantis world. I've got some matte black millipedes, and I've got a couple of scorpions as well. But
Michael, I've already got my nipples pierced, mate.
Yeah, it's mostly just spiders and tarantulas for me, really.
Nice.
Do you reckon you'll venture out into more of the reptiles?
I'd love to. Chris keeps trying to convince me to have one of his beardy babies.
Dragons.
Yes, but I would love one, but I just haven't got the room. I just, yeah, I can't. And I think it's probably not wise that I start going into that world with my sort of addictive tendencies, because I can't have a reptile room as well as a spider room.
You could. You could. If you're going to buy a house, you could literally just go, do you know what? I'll have downstairs as a bedsit, upstairs as inverts and reptiles.
No, I can't.
I'm not convinced. I'm really not convinced.
I would love a big dragon, but yeah, I haven't got the room. Oh, I'd love some frogs as well. I really like tree frogs. And when I went to visit Dave and I saw his mossy frogs, oh my God, they're amazing. I nearly said to him, let me take some home with me, but I can't. Oh, I've got vampire crabs as well.
Beth's got crabs?
Yeah, I've got crabs. There you go. Clickbait. Bethany Spiders has got crabs.
Where did you get the crabs from, Beth?
Spider shop.
So Lee Arden's fault. I knew he was dodgy.
No, so wrong.
Beth, Chris has just put £2 on the chat. Nice one, Chris. And it says, Beth, shift those 3 tanks on top, and Viv goes there.
Who said that?
Chris. Chris is in Chris.
Hey, Chris. I can't do it.
For Maxie, you can't do it. Once you see a baby Maxie in the shop, right, you will find a way of doing it. Everybody needs a Maxie.
I can't.
You're just saying you can't, but you will.
How can I get my mum to love spiders? She's a full-on arachnophobia and won't come round now.
Beth, how can I get my mum to
get her a jumbo plushie?
I think
it's not a bad idea.
The jumbo plushie spiders that go on your bed.
It's difficult when you're living with parents, because there's no way that my parents would have ever let me get a tarantula. I think the best that you can do really is to try and educate them and maybe show them YouTube videos and just try and show them that they're not these dangerous beasts that people make them out to be. But you might have to wait until you live on your own like I did.
My mum would not even entertain a YouTube video or anything like that. She'd just be clear out no. I think we had a dog and a couple of fish growing up. Mm-hmm. And that was about as venturous as my parents was when it come to animals. I took a toad home once from over the pond, and she literally jumped up onto the table. And you know, she was a big woman, and she flew up onto that table in the matter of seconds. And I got rid of the toad, and I got a kicking of a lifetime when I got back home.
Mama was not bothered.
Yeah, there's no way my parents would have let me have a tarantula when I lived at home.
Lou Pang says, Beth, take it, then he'll stop asking him.
No.
Oh no, my Wi-Fi sorted out. I missed a minute. I'll watch it again later.
For a beardy, I agree with you.
Beth needs a beardy.
I shouldn't have mentioned.
Help me to convince she has room. I don't know.
You're saying moist already.
Yeah, Leah says the same. Yeah, Beth needs a bearded dragon. I wasn't allowed a tarantula till recently on our blames. Do you get the blame off a lot of people's partners for those people getting spiders and getting more spiders?
What do you mean?
Do you get any subscribers coming up to you and saying, my missus hates you or my fella hates you because of your videos and now I'm buying spiders?
No, but I do get the, I thought that I had all the tarantulas that I wanted, but now I've just seen your video on X and now I need to get one of those. So I don't get what you said, but I do get blamed from people directly telling me it's your fault that I bought a C-mine X or whatever.
Relican dragons are smaller. Get one of those, says Jim's Reptile Jungle. Hey, Greg, 8 legs, 4 wheels. I don't understand the fear of spiders, says Jackie. I feel that fear is taught. All fear is taught from a very early age.
Learned behaviour.
And learned behaviour, yeah. So as your parents are going, oh, spider, go and get in a slipper and squishing it. From an early age, you're basically being shown not to handle, not to go near, not to touch them. The only thing you do is twat them with a slipper. But yeah, I think you have to kind of unlearn it. I was terrified of spiders, but now I love them.
I'm just reading the chat.
That's all right, Greg. Yes, Bethany, I keep adding to my list. Scott, you're right about fear. It is taught. So what does Bethany do apart from spiders and animals, spider shop videos and work? What else? You got any other hobbies? Any other ways to unwind?
Yeah, actually, I do pole dancing.
You should not have said that. Chris now is going to light that chat up with, where can I see Beth pole dance?
Nowhere. I don't do it in a strip club. I just do it in my living room.
I would do it in a strip club.
I do it in a strip club.
I don't do that. I just do classes. There's actually a pole dancing studio here where I live, and then I've just got my own pole at home in my living room.
You live up north in England, though, don't you?
I'm in the southwest in Wiltshire.
Oh, Wiltshire, that's not far.
Michael says, prove it, Bethany.
Are you still
You kind of walked into those comments, though. To be fair, so it's a bit more classy, a bit more. What is it? Just for physical exercise?
Yeah, and it's just fun as well. And
Because
it keeps you really fit. You use all of your muscles. Like it really, really helps with your core and stuff like that. But for me, I've never really found a type of exercise that I enjoyed. I always find it really boring. I hate going to the gym and stuff. So for me, it's fun exercise. I'm not showing anyone anymore.
Just reading some of the comments. Leah says, "Oh God, they'll ask for pictures now." Let's see, Beth. Noah, you're far too young even to be thinking about pole dancing, young sir. I think Scott should try it, mate. It doesn't matter if I had the world's strongest hands. I'm not lifting this physique up in the air. You know what I mean?
There's a picture.
Beth, where'd you buy your pole from?
Amazon.
Was it expensive on it?
I think it was like 200 quid.
Oh, that's not bad. I'm definitely getting one.
Yeah, you should. It's really, really, really hard. Like you wouldn't believe how hard it is. I got so much respect for like strippers because it is so hard to do. You look at them and think, "Well, I could do that easy," and then you try it, and it's like, nope. You've got to have so much core strength, so much shoulder strength. It's hardcore.
I think I'll figure it out.
The strength, the strength that you need is just absolutely incredible. I mean, we've all tried hanging off a bar, untrained for to see how long we can do it, and you guys on a pole are literally doing it for For what? Half an hour? Hour?
About an hour, yeah.
Incredible.
Apart
I
from
could imagine pole dancing. I'd break the pole. Leah, if I had to go, I'd break the pole. I'd break the pole. I'm with you, Leah. I think I'd break it and all.
But yeah, I like gaming as well.
No worries, Russell.
Scott's excuses. You ain't strong enough. It's because you're scared to break it. No, I'm not scared to break it because I would break it. And I can tell, I mean, I work with spanners all day long, so I've got quite strong hands. But compared to a pole dancer, no, I haven't. Harry, what you on about, mate? Ellie, can you get yours fitted for when I come visit? Says Mark the Spider Guy.
I have to raise the funds first.
Yeah, I like gaming as well. I play PlayStation when I've got time, but I don't really have very much spare time these days, to be honest.
I'll have to see if there's a studio by me, during school hours, so I can practice.
That's typical Luke, isn't it? I've spent an hour working out how to comment.
What a knob.
Oh, I'm just going to leave that one there. Is it moist o'clock? Is it 9 o'clock? Can we finally drop out the odd swear word? Yes, we can. So if you have got children watching, we advise that you remove them from the room because we do go.
I'm meant to join in.
Do swear a little bit and could possibly have a lot of adult conversation.
Oh, thank God. I've been waiting all night to say fuck.
Oh, how do
Aromatic Beast, what type of gaming? I like playing really nerdy games like Jurassic World Evolution. So it's basically like a park.
What platform? Game. More importantly, Xbox or PlayStation?
Obviously.
What?
Yes, don't talk to me about any of that Xbox shit.
Don't be giving me that bullshit.
Team PlayStation for life.
In the comments, we'll know if you're Team PlayStation or Team Xbox, and you lot better be Team Xbox.
PlayStation.
I'm team none of them.
Even Davey Boy says it's moist o'clock. Oh, we've got PC coming up. Xbox, says Becky. I'm just going to ignore anybody that says PlayStation. Cotswolds says Xbox.
No.
Chris says PC Master. That does not surprise me with him. Xbox.
RS Design said, "What's your most prized special spider?"
Leah's on the Xbox. Luke's on the Xbox. PlayStation who?
No.
Dave's on the PlayStation. Yeah,
PlayStation.
There's always one, isn't there? Lovable Spoo says PC all the way. Oh no, Michael and Sharon both on the PlayStation.
Yes, PlayStation.
PS for what? For Pussy PC Master Race, as Chris says.
Yeah, that's his.
Even Dave says PlayStation. Scott says Noah. Again, if you're not subscribed to Bethany Spiders, make sure you do so. And could one of the moderators just drop Beth's link into the comments? So Chris, you've got all the links, haven't you? If you could drop her TikTok in there as well, that would be absolutely awesome.
Yes, Nintendo Wii gang.
Oh my God! Cheers, Stefan. Cheers, Mark. I have 6 Xboxes.
Always PlayStation.
I've got the Crystal, the 360, and the One. Tara's got the PlayStation, and it was in the bedroom, and I put it on the floor, and I stood on it the next day. It was an accident, complete accident, but for some reason she seems to think that I need to get her a new one.
Yeah, you should get her a new one.
So it's been 6 months. I've managed to get away with it so far, so I'm doing all right.
Would you wait 6 months to get a new spider?
No.
Then get her a new one.
PlayStation all the way.
That's why she hasn't had one. Commodore 64 says
Oh,
mine.
that's
Mate. Green screen of death. Can anybody remember wrapping up the ring of death in the old Xboxes when you used to get the ring of death, wrapping up in a towel and thinking it's going to fix your Xbox? You
No.
spoiled boy, Scott.
Oh.
Bethany, you and Dave should make a tarantula keeping sim game. You guys could be the Madden of spiders. That's quite a cool idea.
I'd love a tarantula PlayStation game.
That would be pretty cool.
Sega Mega Drive.
They were awesome. As Dave says, ZX Spectrum. Oh my god.
Thanks for posting all the links, Chris.
Did he do it?
Mm-hmm.
Good lad. That's all links, TikToks, podcast, Patreon, and the Insta. Thank you, Sunshine. Appreciate that one.
I love TikTok, and recently I was actually contacted by the Daily Star on because of my TikTok to do.
You sure it weren't because of the pole dancer?
No, because of I got a copy here actually, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
When were you in that?
Sunday.
That is awesome. Did they mention your YouTube channel?
Yeah, and there's an online version as well. So and hopefully I can't say too much, but I've been contacted by a couple of other things like TV and radio as well. So hopefully some really cool stuff. That'd be quite cool. I really want to give the hobby a bit of a do it a bit of justice. And
remember about an hour ago we were saying you're going to go absolutely massive on YouTube and shoot past all the big guys. I think it's going to happen.
I don't think so.
I do. I'm not the only one. There's quite a few people that said, "Oh, yeah, getting Beth on. She's going to be massive," and I've gone, "I know she is. She's going to be huge." I think me, Chris, Lewis, and Kat was chatting about it on the way home from BTS as well, and we're all saying we're just literally just sitting here waiting for you to go, "Whoa, absolutely massive!"
I think,
and it will be, you know, I mean, I love Dave to bits, but it will be awesome to see. You know, UK YouTuber competing with the overseas YouTubers in terms of subscriber counts. Do you know what I mean?
I'd love to one day, but I think, I mean, I'm not really sure. I mean, all it takes really is one video, and then you get loads of subscribers overnight. But I got loads of subscribers when I did my video with Dave, so I was very, very thankful from that. I think I got like 800 subs from that video. I'm just reading.
Well earned, Beth. Please do, because if you can normalise and stop spider hating, that would be awesome. So, said, what's the tea, Emma? I don't think. Again, it goes back to education and just getting educational content out there, but getting it watched is the difficult side of it. I find if I do an unboxing video, like Spider Shop unboxing video, almost 2,000 views. If I do a care video, I'm lucky if I get above like 200 or 300. It's for me. It's like I'd prefer to watch the care video than an unboxing one, but it's just how it goes, isn't it?
It's a thing though, that, like, even with this article, I posted on my story about it. So you know the way that journalists are, they do have a way of twisting your words and misquoting you. And the article was fine. If you'll notice here, this photo here, that is me holding a Kilobrachys cancracken molt, and underneath it says "easy to handle, super-sized spider." And I contacted the journalist after, and I said, "Yeah, the article's fine." I said, "But this bit is stupid." I said, "The caption says easy to handle, super-sized spider." I said, "It's not a spider, it's a mole." I clearly said in the article that I didn't handle my tarantulas. Why is this put in there? It's just stupid. But that's what journalists are like, aren't they? They want it to seem all scary and me holding a tarantula. And I actually thought that they were going to change their mind when they approached me. They asked me, could a photographer come around and take some photos, and said, oh, and you holding your tarantulas? I said, no, I don't do that. And I thought they might have said, oh, okay, well, don't worry. But they I didn't want to take photos with them.
It just shows you what the general public want to see,
Mm-hmm.
which is spiders being held, shocking behaviour, all that type of stuff. But Phil says mainstream media will always demonise spiders most of the time. Because they're always filmed as being aggressive, filmed as being deadly, and filmed as being massive and man-eaters and all the rest of it. Because it's always got to be shocking. It's got to be evil, and that's just how everybody sees it currently. And again, you taught that from a young age with your parents getting the slipper to kill the house spiders.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking through the comments a minute.
Can you guys put my mind at ease? I lost a sling today and feel gutted. Wolf, it happens to everybody. And unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, it's not our fault. This is why they have so many babies, is because not all of them make it. Do you know what I mean? They are very, very fragile. And at the end of the day, something could have been going on inside that sling, and you're never going to know. You're never going to find out what it was. Scary South Sky, it certainly does, Moon. I mean, I do like my horrors, but... cheers, live feeding ASML. Hey, Lizzie.
Erin asked me, what's your favourite dinosaur in the Jurassic Park franchise, Beth? Well, classically, I love the Velociraptor, but I also love the Indominus Rex, even though it is a fictional dinosaur and it never actually existed. I think it's really cool.
I'm Velociraptor all the way. They were mean. And the idea of them, being able to pack hunt kind of ignites the imagination as well, doesn't it?
They were actually covered in feathers, though, in real life, so they just would look more like giant chickens with teeth. I
was just about to say, so when that came out, I was like 13, so we were all imagining these Velociraptors and all the other dinosaurs being how they are. And then I think it was about 7 or 8 years ago, they actually discovered they were covered in feathers. So you kind of believe this for so many years, and somebody comes along and says, well, actually, Jurassic Park's wrong. And you go, what? Unfortunately, there are those in the hobby that think more of their ego than the hobby. Most of the programs showing private keepers always show bloody idiots. Mm-hmm. Very, very true. Very true. And then he goes on to say Velociraptor for him. Cheers, nice. Michael. For fuck's sake, can't sit or even lay down. To find position, said Chris. What's Chris doing then?
Chris had the accident and hurt his neck.
Oh dear. What, car accident?
Forklift.
If you've got any questions for Beth, again, drop them down into the comments, and we'll catch them when we see them. Is there anything, Beth, that you don't keep because of the laws and stuff like that, or is there an imaginary creature that if it was around, you'd keep?
Do you mean anything that you need a DWA license for?
Yeah, DWA license, or if there's a mythical creature that you wish was real and you could keep as a pet.
No, the only thing I wish is that we could keep sea Minax communally, because that would be awesome.
Could you imagine
the size of the tank that you'd need to keep like 10 Minax together?
Could you imagine setting up the tank and putting them in?
Imagine the rehouse.
Oh my god. That'd be a bit more interesting than a Balfouri one, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, there's nothing like on the DWA list or anything that I'm not having. What about you?
Probably every DWA spider you can think of. I'd love a brown recluse. But then there's a whole list of scorpions that are on the DWA list that I would absolutely love to own. And a phoenix. I would love a phoenix, but unfortunately they don't exist.
No, they are.
My partner, she says no DWA until I can move everything outside of the house, which is, pretty sensible considering we've got kids and what have you in the house. So one day it might happen.
I wouldn't even bother trying to get anything that's on the DWA list, even if I had a license, because some of my neighbours are complete assholes, and they moan about the fact that I've got a Rottweiler. So if I had something in here that was on the DWA list, I wouldn't even want to imagine the sort of shit they'd kick up. So it wouldn't be worth it for me.
Yeah. Let's just that type of stuff just gets dealt with in Coventry. Agreed, Scott. Would absolutely love some of the DWA scorpions and to breed them. I don't know about breeding them, Greg, because then you've got to have a market to sell the babies to.
Chris,
where will you keep your bearded dragon enclosure, Beth? Where's that going?
I haven't got the room, Chris.
No, if you took that racking that you've got behind you down and replaced it with some more blue stuff, do you know what I mean? You might find you've got a bit more room there.
No, I'm not.
Does your postman ask about what's in the parcels? Mine always asks when it says live on the box.
Yeah. I've got a bit of a reputation. Where I live is a really small town, and whenever I go to post tarantulas at the post office, they always say, "Oh, it's the spider lady," and they know who I am. And then when I get deliveries here from my postwoman, she's told me before that some of her colleagues refuse to deliver the tarantulas to my house. Only she will.
Oh wow, we've got two postmen. One, he's an old boy, and if it says live on the box, he'll come before 9 o'clock, especially if it's cold. He will literally go out of his way and deliver it early. And then the other one, he don't care. But the post office asked me once what's in it because it says live inverts, and I told them it was a tarantula, and they've never asked me since. I'll weigh the box myself, and they record it all. They give me all the stickers, and I'll put it on the box where they tell me, and then I hand it to them, and it goes in the bag so fast. It's unreal.
Yeah, the women at the post office now, they find it quite funny, and all she says to me, she's like, "Oh, it's just a baby one, isn't it? It's just a baby one." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's just a baby." And she's like, "Oh, that's fine." And she holds the box like with the tips. She's like, she holds it like that, like, "Oh."
Oh.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
One of our people at the post office refuses to serve me if I'm carrying a box. I'll bet he guessed the pole brown wrapping.
RSD 990. Beth, most special spider.
Oh, that's a cracking question.
I've got a couple that are quite special to me. My original C Minax female, which is just there, she's really, really special to me, and she's massive. I just absolutely love her. She's the most gorgeous, like greeny, blacky colour. Then I've also got a soft spot for my adult female, Grammostola porteri. I just think she's awesome. She's just absolutely stunning. And yeah, apart from that, I think, they're all special to me, and I could list, actually, I really like the Krakens as well, and I really like these, but I think particularly those two adult females, they're probably my favourites that I've got.
Hey, DBCB Exotics, Dakota. Dakota's awesome guy. If you're into your reptiles, drop him a subscription. He is out of the box reptile keeping. That guy is awesome. Thank you, Jackie. My post lady parks outside my house and makes sure it gets to me safe. She's awesome, says Amy. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. What do you reckon? What's been like the worst thing that's happened to you since you started keeping spiders? And then obviously, what's been the highlight?
Do you mean YouTube wise or just my collection?
Full stop. Full stop. With your collection or YouTube, whatever it's been.
A highlight for me. A highlight for me, YouTube wise, was probably when I hit 1,000 subscribers, because I felt like it took me so long to get from 0 to 1,000. It was really, really slow, and then it started to pick up a little bit more after 1,000. That was probably a highlight for me. Another highlight was definitely when I collabed with Dave. That was so much fun. I absolutely loved it, and
he's a cracking bloke, isn't he?
it was just so fun as well, though. Like, I've collabed with Mr. Gwynleth's Creatures as well. That was really, really fun, and I love collaborating with other people and being around other people that same world as you, because although the hobby is growing, is still so niche, and to be around people that feel the same way as you, and also people that not only are just in the hobby but also do YouTube, just amazing to I could just talk to Dave for hours when I was there. We're just talking about everything, and it's just so nice to actually have someone like that you can talk to in real life. It's so much better than just like on Messenger. So that was probably a highlight for me, YouTube wise. I mean, I hope that there's more to come. When I hit 10k, I think that'll be quite emotional for me. Just making me feel like the hard work's paying off.
It already is. I mean, you got to remember, 3,006.
I think so.
That is a huge amount of subscribers, and there's channels out there that would literally give their left arm for that amount.
Yeah, 3649 I'm on. And collection wise, I think my biggest highlight is still to come, and that will be when one of the tarantulas that I've paired drops a sack. And I'm not going to say yet because I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, don't jinx it. Keep watching Beth's channel for further information on that bad boy.
Yeah, that'll be a big highlight for me. But yeah, I think there's more to come yet, and I set myself some goals at the beginning of the year of what I wanted to achieve this year. So by the end of the year, then I hope that I can look back and be like, I smashed those goals.
Do you know, when you're with Dave, don't you think, he's a pain in the backside, because you start talking to him, especially at a show, and you don't want to move away from him, do you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could talk to you for hours.
Literally, and then you look at your watch or you look at the time and 45 minutes has gone by. You think, oh bloody hell.
But what I also love is the fact that this hobby's brought us together, because if it were not for this hobby, it'd be very, very, very unlikely that myself and Dave would ever be friends, because we're different ages and we live in completely different places and we've got different personal lives. But I love that.
I suppose that don't just go for Dave, though, does it? I suppose that goes for the whole community.
It
do you know what I mean?
People that are from all different walks of life that I would have never even been friends with before. But then it connects you with these people, and you think, it's from an outsider's point of view, me and Dave are probably unlikely friends, but actually we get on really, really well. We've got really similar personalities. So it just goes to show that, it's not necessarily just people that are the same as you that you get along the best with. I think I kind of said that in a bit of a backwards way, but people from all walks of life, people that are quite unlikely that you think that you wouldn't get on with, being people that you gel with really, really well.
I've made some really close friends with Bobby, like exceptionally close, just that really, really surprised me. Like you said, it is. it's a very strange feeling to know that you become close to people through spiders.
Mm-hmm.
And then to go on and find out that you got similar interests as well as spiders, as well as, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think before myself and Dave were friends, I had a lot of respect for him, and he's got the same outlook and hobby as I have, and you know he respects his spiders and all the animals that he keeps a lot. So I really looked up to him, and that's kind of what I wanted my channel to be about, just be like educational. And I'm not interested in getting like clickbait. I never wanted my channel to be something like that. I could be a lot bigger than I am now if I did clickbaity stuff and I antagonized my tarantulas. I could probably have 10 times the amount of subscribers that I do now, but I never wanted it to be about that. I want it to be about showing my passion for the hobby and just trying to dispel some myths around them and just educating people. Really, that's what I want my channel to be about, and that's what Dave's channel is all about. So I just try and look at people that I respect and take little pieces of things I like from their channel and bring them to mine and kind of put my own spin on it.
Well, I mean, I've told Dave straight in the past when he first started out. I started watching his YouTube. I mean, I was keeping fossorial species in sort of 2 to 3 foot of substrate. So when Dave was doing it, sort of, you don't need that much. I was like, next video, bullshit. I ain't listening to that crap. And then when I started, like, I thought, oh no, that enclosure looks nice. I'll watch the video. And then he turns around and says, well, in the wild, they burrow so deep to escape the heat, but it's not that hot in your room, so you don't need that much. You know what I mean? And then you can see your spider a lot more. And now I think I've got 3 left that are in 2 foot 2 foot of substrate, and they're due to be moved as well.
Yeah, I've got mine. I don't know if you can see. These are like tarantula room square enclosures. They're like the biggest square ones that you can get, and those are what I keep my fossorial tarantulas in. So there's about that much substrate, and then there's about that much room at the top for them to wander around.
Scotty sent you a message. Let me know what you think. Is this a safe message to open?
Dave, I did think about doing a rehouse in a thong for the views, but I'm not sure. I would pay for that. I would pay to see that. That'd be amazing.
Definitely, Sophie.
Dave in a mankini. Oh,
Dave's OnlyFans.
No, Dave, chill out.
Beth, my videos are not the best, but I enjoy what I do. I met some amazing people who are now actually called family.
That's what it's all about.
Mark is literally, his heart is just made out of pure gold, I think. He's such a nice guy. When he does a rehousing, I say it every single week, but it's like literally like you're sitting in his front room with him. And that is really, really hard to come across and really hard to kind of recreate as well.
And I think as long as you're creating videos that you're passionate about and you're doing it because you enjoy it, then that's
Dave in a thong, waxing or no waxing, Dave. So I read that comment and it got me.
Back sucking crack.
Oh my god. Dave starting OnlyFans. Oh, says Noah. My word. Maybe you should do the back sack and crack for charity at one of the shows.
Live stream.
Like as soon as you walk through the BTS, there's Dave bent over with all the wax on. £10 to pull a strip off.
Oh my god.
Oh. I'm thinking of starting YouTube, but I'm very nervous. Amy, just go for it. I always say, right, go back and have a look at one of my first videos and you think you're nervous?
Oh, mine.
Mate, I sound like a dick.
Mine are so awkward.
I'm like that. Hi, welcome to Scott Tiverts. I might as well be stood there going, hi, welcome to Scott the Robot. I am a twat, and this is my channel.
Same as me. It's so robotic. The first few ones, I'm really awkward.
Oh, bless you, Leah. Leah says, I'm not worried about subs. I used to be, but I got 500, so I got my community tab. That's all I wanted. I'm just floating along and sharing my hobby with a few people who watch it. But Leah's quite a big part of the community at the shows. Everybody loves Leah. Scott, we'll have to arrange a live stream night with guests, me and you. Erin, the boy who has autism, I would be very honoured to have you on again. I'm off to check my wardrobe, says Dave. Here we come, my word. My videos, I still look and sound nervous as 8 legs, 4 wheels. Oh, thank you, Cotswold. Appreciate that. Next calendar, Dave is a thong and Mark kicking hairs off his ass. Nigel, I haven't seen any in the hobby. Full stop, to be honest. Max Moa.
I think as long as you're creating videos that you're genuinely interested in, then you'll always keep that authenticity on your channel. When it starts to become mature and you're making videos for the sake of it, other people will pick up that vibe. And so I only put out content that I'm truly happy with and that I really enjoyed making the video. I think when you get to that point where you're just putting shit out for the sake of it, that's when you need to like take a step back and be like, right, I'm having a bit of a creative block right now. I'd rather not post something. There's been a couple of times where I've Thursday video because I didn't have anything to do or I didn't have time and I didn't rush it and put crap out. I only want things on my channel that I'm truly proud about and that I've spent time on.
It does, like you said, you can tell when a channel does it.
Mm-hmm.
In a big way, I think. If you can't tell, then the channel's doing well. But again, I mean, I just put out what I want to put out.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. It's your channel, so
literally, I did fall into the habit in the early days of listening to larger channels and stuff, and some of their advice was incorrect. Do you know what I mean? Because they didn't want you to get where they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally just do my own thing. A Side X Invert Kingdom is in the house. Yeah, exactly.
I just try and just be myself. Like with the outtakes, I just started doing it at the beginning, and then it's kind of like become my thing now. The fact that I've got outtakes at the end of every single video, and it just kind of just happened organically. I just at the start when I started doing the videos, I used to mess up a lot because I was so nervous. And then I've realised that that's not something that's gone away, and I still mess up all the time. So I thought it'd be funny to keep the outtakes in, and ever since they loved it and they found it funny, so I've just carried on doing it now.
I suppose it keeps it real.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? I suppose it showed a side to you that you don't normally see.
It shows a bit of personality because sometimes some of the videos are not necessarily serious, but it's an educational video, so there's not much time for me to show much of my personality because I'm just showing you how to do something. So I think the outtakes just gives a little bit of the personality at the end and just a little bit of fun.
Have a quick look down. I think everybody's just chatting to themselves. My outtakes would be longer than the actual video, says the Invert Kingdom. I tend to, if I do the introduction and do it wrong, I just carry on going. I don't stop. I literally just go, welcome to Scott's Inverts again. But I don't stop the camera. It's just like, that's not it. And then I end up with about 10 minutes of footage for a 2-minute video. A 2-minute start up, I should say, sorry. And I'm like cutting it all off. It's like, what the?
I like that though. I prefer more authentic channels. I really do appreciate the more high-end channels that have got really fancy cameras and effects, and I appreciate that in its own right. But me personally, the channels that I watch every single video, I prefer the more homely stuff where you just feel like it's just your mate chatting to you.
Yeah.
That's
I
just
think
for-
hey Philip, I think that's what YouTube was originally created for, was like, you know, cheap cameras, not television quality, because that's what television's for. And if you don't keep it, if you turned it into something where it's like every video due is like 4K or whatever, then people at home aren't going to think that they can do it as well, which they can. You only need a phone camera to be able to do YouTube. And I mean, I edit everything on my phone. With a cheap editing app, that's all I do.
I try and have a mixture of keeping it authentic, but then I do try and get like the macro shots and things, but I try to keep it a mixture because I don't want to ever like lose touch and become too much of like a documentary feel. I always still want it to feel like you're just chatting to a mate. That's what I want my channel to be like.
I've got an SV1, Sony SV1 with like a stock-on macro lens, but because I'm not up to date with PCs, I can't be asked to learn all the editing and all that shit on them. I did try, and it just fragged my head in. This KineMaster's well easy. It's for stupid people, so it fits me pretty well. I was finding Bluetoothing all the videos across was taking like 4 hours every single time. So by the time I'd finished and sorted it all out, it ended up being about 4 a.m. I was getting up at 7 for work. Hey, Jaden.
Hey, Jaden.
What's the main thing you guys have to cut out? I have to go through and cut as many out as possible. Stutters.
I just have to cut all the fucks out.
Yeah. I stutter a lot and shit. Yeah, I've had to cut shit out a few times. Sometimes you'll watch an overview and you'll hear it stop and then restart. And I'll try and make it sound like it's fluid, but it's not. That's because I've stopped, because I've made a mistake. And fuck's sake. Do you know when you do like a voiceover? Oh, Liz broken a camera. No way.
Yeah, I like to try and mix it up and do voiceovers sometimes, because also if I'm doing something that's a little bit more in depth, or I'm rehousing something that's a little bit more tricky, it's easier for me to just film it and then do a voiceover after, because then I haven't got to concentrate on talking and doing what I'm doing at the same time. I can just concentrate on what I'm doing, and then I can do the voiceover later on. But I like to do a mixture of it.
So when I do the voiceover, I get really enthusiastic, so my arms are going all over the place as well. And you ain't going to be wanting to watch that. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I like to do the voiceover instead of me. So I used to try and do green screen, but it didn't work too well because my arms were all over the place. So the green like mixed in and all sorts. So I cancelled all that off. I was like, no, we won't do that no more. We'll do a voiceover. We all like doing thing where depth is involved. Have to go, Victoria, to bed. So we'll watch. Oh, thank you, Mark.
See you later,
Thank
Mark.
you, Beth, for doing the stream. Take care.
Bye.
And night, Victoria, if you're watching. I was filming a rehouse of a sling and it shot out. I shit myself and did a scream. It never made the edit. Invert Kingdom says, I might just hire Richard, Trench Collective, or Jaden to do my voiceovers because I don't have the voice or the accent for it. Mate, I hate listening back to my voice. I don't know. How do you feel about it, Beth?
I don't really care now. When I first started doing it, I can remember actually messaging Jaden when I first started doing live prems, and I was messaging him saying I couldn't even watch my own prems because it made me cringe so much. But now I don't care. I'm not bothered about hearing myself or seeing myself. It's not that I love it, but I'm just used to it now and it doesn't bother me anymore. But it used to really make me cringe.
I still hate the sound of my own voice. When I've got to do editing, I'm just like, oh my God, do it so quick. And then sometimes I'll play it back and I'll start at the beginning and then just skip and then go, yeah, that's all right, just upload it. And then you get the odd message saying, do you know where it goes quiet in that bot? Do you know what's going on there? Did you break your microphone? Is it broke? Did I? No idea.
Anymore, but it did used to make me cringe. I couldn't even watch my friends.
Michael, Scott, why isn't Moisty up yet? Because I've had so much to do, Michael. He or she or the genderless thing is here waiting to go back up. I just haven't had time to sort it out. I actually had yesterday off work as well because of BTS. Oh
I'm
my
off
God.
until Friday night.
Sorry?
I'm off until Friday night, so I've had all week to sort out all my new stuff.
Phew, lucky git. Yeah, I was off Monday, back in today. I'm off tomorrow, but I'll be able to do some spoilery stuff tomorrow evening, not in the day because we're busy. But yeah, it'll be the weekend. Everything we got from BTS is rehoused.
Yeah, I've done.
The stuff in the mystery boxes, some of that had to get rehoused. But you'll find out all about that on Thursday.
I got a really cool mystery box from Spa Spiders, £60 one.
Driving up the mountain, going to lose service. Love you guys. Oh, cheers, D. That's crazy. He's watching us while driving up a mountain over in New Mexico. What did you get from? I always go to say SPA, and Luke always gives me a bollocking. Spa Spiders.
I can't tell you because it's a video.
So you bought a £60 mystery box.
Yeah, it's a £60 mystery box, and all I will say is it was well over £60. And if Luke carries on doing mystery boxes like that, they're going to go out of business.
He weren't going to do any, and then he was on a live, and it's like you've got to do some, and he did for literally just purely for the BTS, and he reckons he's going to carry on doing them until the 31st, and that's going to be it.
Yeah, they're on his website. I had a look.
I reckon if we put a bit of pressure on him, he might carry it on. And remember, if you anything you order from Spa Spiders, if you order anything from Spa Spiders, you also get a Bethany Spider sticker and one of mine in there as well. So it's triple bonus.
Mm-hmm. Dave said he wishes he was off full time. I do as well, Dave.
Oh, Leah just reminded about your sexy microphone device.
Hmm?
Instead of saying microscope, I said microphone.
Oh, right.
And that was it. It was so long ago.
Sarah said, when's the unboxing video going up, Beth? On Thursday, I'm going to be doing my what I bought at BTS. And then maybe on Sunday, I'll do the Spa Spiders mystery box. I haven't decided yet, but it'll be coming very soon.
Was that 8 o'clock on a Thursday, isn't it, if I remember right?
8:30 on a Thursday and 8:30 on a Sunday. I do 2 videos a week.
Because I'm doing the Spa Spiders mystery box and the Creatures from the North CITES box on Thursday.
Cool.
But Luke smashed it. So did Creatures from the North, to be fair. I was pretty damn impressed with both. But we also got some Linothelli Megathaloides off Luke. But I know they've had a name change. I think it's Suricata. Mm-hmm. Is it now?
Mm-hmm.
I would have to Google that because I can't remember.
Yeah, Linothelli Suricata, the Colombian funnel web, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful spiders. We've got 3.
I may or may not have an adult female behind me.
Have you got a male as well?
No.
So if one of these pops out male,
you know who to call.
Certainly will. You've got the mature male Minax, haven't you?
Yes, I got 2 now. So I've got that. I think it was yours, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one from me. He don't want to know. He's asexual. I think he didn't want to know with my female. Dave couldn't give him the Spider Whisperer. That didn't work in the Beastie room. So it's all down on you now, Beth.
Well, we'll see. I've got 2 adult females. They're both in pre-molt at the minute, so they've both got lots of attitude. So if he messes either of them around too much, I'm sure he'll just end up getting munched.
Nothing. I didn't buy much. Boy struggled at BTS. It was too much. Hopefully the next show will be quieter. He wanted to solo, but it was too much. Oh, Emma. I've actually messaged one of the event organisers and asked if in future events they're gonna look at it, so they can't promise anything because they can't accommodate for everybody. But I asked for a quiet room, so anybody with anxieties or anybody who suffers with mental health, if they feel it gets too much, they've got somewhere quiet to go. But there is outside when the weather's good, and there is a cafe. Although the cafe was quite busy, but they have promised that they're going to put it up into their meetings. So you never know, it might happen. Might not even be any room at BTS. Do you know what I mean? There might not be a spare room. I might have to treat myself to a mystery box from Spa since I couldn't make BTS. Says Lee, do it. Oh, yeah, I highly recommend you do it.
Jaden said, "Is this mug Beth time yet? She mugs me off enough. Go on then, try Jaden. Try and mug me off."
Where's that?
Above.
Oh, is this mug Beth time yet? She mugs me off and off.
You're just easy to mug off, Jaden. That's why.
Have you got mugs yet, Beth?
Hmm?
Have you got mugs yet?
What, Bethany's mugs?
Bethany's spider mugs.
No, I need them though. I have had some t-shirts designed, but I haven't. They're not ready to go yet. But there will be Bethany Spiders t-shirts very, very soon.
Scott, try and talk them into doing a show up north. Then I might be able to get to one. They do Barnsley's the northern show, isn't it? But I get what you're saying. We could do with one right up north of the country. That would be pretty cool. Daddy says. Scott, we need a Welsh show. Bristol. Bristol's the closest one to Wales. Noah says I need Bethany merch and a mug.
We've actually been trying to get a show in Cardiff.
Bedford. Lee should have one in his hometown, really. It probably would be Cardiff.
I've got this really cool mug that Steve W gifted me.
That is nice.
Keep all my little bits and bobs in it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Inverted Law says it's not really a northern show. It's still like 3 hours drive from Newcastle. Maybe just. I mean, all you could do is just maybe message the Spider Shop and say, "Can we have a show further north?" Or you speak to Luke over at the Spider Shop. You might get a little bit further. They always say there isn't demand, but Cardiff would be great. That's bullshit. There's always a demand. There must be about 300 people that just go to every single show and just travel anywhere in the country. Job done. Barely having a philosophical moment.
What was that word, Scott?
Philosophical? No, hold on. Let me try and read it again. Philosophical.
Hey!
I'm appalling with long words.
I know you even spelt my name wrong on the stream.
I did. I changed it though. Come on.
You put Bethany.
That's not but Beastany. That could be a pole dancing name.
No, that's not very good, does it?
No.
Mm.
Let me just scroll back up. Hey, spiders. We do need a Welsh show. I've dropped that hint a few times to them. Suggested North Wales. Mid Wales would be much better. I love Mid Wales.
I'm waiting for Jaden to pipe up, seeing as he's so mouthy.
It's gone quiet.
Yeah, he has now. Now he's been challenged.
Lodge, yeah, awkward. So be honest, most of the shows are over 2 hours for me. Bristol is closest, but I'm thinking of missing this time. Dave. The only problem with if we have another show up north and then one in Wales, man, I'm not going to have no money whatsoever.
I'll
Don't
be
you dare miss it, Greg. You better be there. Ellie done a dude Amber Heard. Yeah, Bristol's the next show. Quite looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I can't wait. It was really, really good last year. It was the first show that I ever went to, actually.
Are you working this one, or are you free to roam?
No, I'll be free to roam. I'm quite happy. Like at the BTS, it got busy, and I don't mind hopping behind the spider shop stand for a little bit, but I wouldn't go and work behind there all day because I want to enjoy the show and I want to film it and I want to actually talk to people. You didn't really get that much opportunities to actually talk to people in real life, so I don't mind helping out, but I won't be behind there all day.
Chris says, me, Lupang, Scott, every show, ? 2 shows a day, no problem, apart from... Yeah, we did 2 shows in one day. Went to an entomological show and then went on to the Donny Reptile show as well, the OHS.
That's cool.
That was cool. That's where I think Chris picked up his rosea really, really cheap at the entomological show. But Donny was just like, there's so many people there. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. The OHS organisers, they were actually there to stand at the BTS. But it really did take me by surprise just how big that show is and how many people were actually there. I think my next show will be Midland Entomological one in December. Are they any good? The entomological shows, they do have a lot live, but then they do have a lot of pinned stuff. Probably more pinned than what they do live. There's normally a donut woman as well.
Dave said Jaden's washing his hair.
The BTS flew thereby. There just wasn't time to see everybody. That is true. I did manage to sneak a little bit of time over a coffee with Dave. Dave, were you at BTS 2019? Because that's when all the European sellers were there. And they couldn't... I was chatting to a couple before BTS, and they're all saying how disappointed because of how appalling the Brexit deals are, means they can't actually get over here no more.
Yeah, it's annoying. Wolf. Beth, have you done a full feeding video? Yes, I did a Halloween feeding video last year, and that was really, really fun. It was all Halloween themed. But that's the only feeding video that I've done so far. But if people want to see more feeding videos, there's definitely something that I can do.
Michael, Jaden is fighting the Incredible Hulk for the rights to green hair. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys at the Bristol show. Should be a good one, Steve. Should be a good one. Like Bethany said, Bristol show, yeah, last year was good. It was good. I think it's up there in the top 3 shows. BTS, Season, and Bristol for me.
I've never been to Seas. It's a bit far from me.
So that was pretty cool. I thought you were down south.
Yeah, I am.
Time for an updated feeding video, says Noah. Question for Scott and Beth: what is your most expensive invert and why? My other half's in the room.
Hi.
I don't know. Wait, what did I spend on one tarantula?
Mine are probably T. Celadonia, Flamingo China Saba Blue, and Davos species Panama. My most expensive.
That I know of, anyway.
Yes, that'd be 120 on a P Metallica.
It was 90.
90. That was the one that turned out male. We got the female. That one was 120.
I don't know how much I've.
The T Celedonia that we did have, we swapped some bits for.
I don't know what you asked me for. I don't know what you paid for half of them. I don't know.
Just paid 140 for male and female diversities, but we got that as a really good deal. But to be fair, I mean, I searched pre-loved places like that and just keep searching and searching and searching, and then just see what people's lowest they'll take on the spider is and go for it. A lot of the biggest spiders that I've got, they've come on a deal. And again, some of them have grown up from small juvies, so you don't want to actually pay as much for them as a juvie as what you would an adult.
Some of my most expensive tarantulas have actually been the ones that I bought as slings, though, because there's no way you could afford to buy an adult. Because when the slings are already like 60 or 70 quid. So yeah, I think in comparison to size and stuff, probably some of the slings I've got are my most expensive.
Spider King, you didn't come and say hello either. Back soon, doggy walk. Michael goes dogging around 5 to 10 every Tuesday. Oh dear, Les Scott. That's why I tell my missus she was in it. What I can't reveal secrets. Was what she would fucking kill me. You should always haggle. Definitely, Dave. Definitely.
Yeah,
Even
like Del Boy.
you'd be surprised the deals that I've seen and the deals that I've had.
He's
Just
got these recent deals at the Taunton show for some Linothelli Phalax. It was well funny.
At a show, there's nothing wrong with going up to a trader and saying, "Look, can you knock me some off?" As long as there's not a queue of people who are wanting that one spider, you're all good to go, But if you're buying several off them, then you've got an even better standing, haven't you, to try and get a little bit of money off.
Yeah, if you're buying in bulk, then I think it's fair.
I love how everybody is dying from laughter 99.9% of the time in these streams, Scott. Oh, mate. I was there for that.
Yeah, it was me, Luke, and Dave. We all bought the Linothelli Phalax at the Taunton show, and Dave said, "Oh right, okay, well we're all buying them together then. So you're going to give them for this price instead?" And I think it was was it Portsmouth? I think it was Portsmouth tarantulas, and he was like, "Oh, go on then."
Who's on Portsmouth? Oh, it's a couple that own it, isn't they? If I remember right, Portsmouth.
Danielle and I can't think now. Scott.
I thought Scott Hardman was So Many Legs.
No, that's Andy.
Is it Andy?
Andy is So Many Legs.
See, I'm not in the loop. I'm really ain't in the loop.
Yeah, it's Danielle and Scott.
Daniel and Scott. Incy Communal. She needs a Balfouri Communal first. Yeah,
well, Jaden was supposed to bring me some Balfouri slings to the BTS, but obviously he forgot. The NC Communal, no, it don't really appeal to me because it's varied success, and it's the same with like some pokies that can supposedly be kept communally. I wouldn't really want to risk it and end up losing a load of spiders. So Balfouri's
why would you risk Balfouri's instead then?
Pardon?
Why would you risk Balfouri's instead?
Because they're proven to have better success than the Neo Holothelli.
Nothing would please me more than giving you the first
Sounds a bit dodge. It sounds a bit dodgy, Jaden.
Wow. Again, if you've got any questions for Beth, drop them down into the comments. Regardless, do well communally up until sub. I'm not a massive fan of the communals. We've got a Balfour communal, but it's kept as a communal because it was given to me like so.
I love the Balfour communals, and I've got a few singular sub-adult female Balfour, and I've got some mature males. But unfortunately, my paired female actually died about a week ago, just randomly, and I think it was just down to old age. So at the moment, the Balfour communal front is on a hold because all my females aren't ready to be paired yet. That's why I asked Jaden to bring me some slings, but he forgot. So it's all Jaden's fault.
Chris says, question to Beth, and I've got to ask you Chris's questions, otherwise he'll be on at me for the next 10 years. Will you go straight for 4-foot Viv or 2-foot Viv for your bearding?
I'm not getting one, Chris. Stop.
Just bring it to the Bristol show, Chris.
No, don't.
You can't anyway, can you? Invert shows, you can't even bring vertebrae into the car park.
Mr. Grindler is here to rescue in June. Yeah, we'll see, Jaden, because we all know what your reputation for sending things out is like.
Romantic beasts. I haven't got the pygmy wood scorpions. I've just got heterometrous pairs, and obviously the cave claw pair as well. She just wants to play hard to get. Didn't have time to pack a lot, he says, as Chris knows. Sent it today. Jungle Loft. Hey, dude. How are you, Scott? I'm good. Just a little tired, but good.
No, Chris. I don't want this.
Have you got any big plans that you can give a little sneak preview to for the channel, Beth?
What, like future breeding projects?
Future breeding projects, something that you might be doing that's out of the norm, out of the ordinary, let's say, or?
I have paired something that's quite exciting, which is the Taxinus bambus, or the bamboo tarantula. I've just recently paired that, so fingers crossed. It all went well. I didn't actually get any footage of the pairing or anything because I just put the male in. But
beautiful spider.
Fingers crossed that worked out. So that'd be really cool to get some more slings of those. I've got loads of breeding projects going on at the minute, but I've got an adult female P Metallica in here, which she's paired, but she's getting fatter and fatter. But just trying to get her to drop a sack is proving quite difficult.
Luke says, any plans or aims to see tarantulas in the wild?
Oh yeah, I'd love to go to Thailand. I'd love to go to Malaysia to see tarantulas in the wild, but just frost really, and the fact that I've got a dog as well. I'm not emotionally ready to leave her yet. But yeah, I'd love to go and see tarantulas in the wild. That would be fascinating for me. But I'd have to find someone to go with me.
Night, Dave, as well. Luke helps. She needs a bearded dragon. You're not going to be at the end of this. You know what Chris is like. He's going to message. He's going to drop comments on every single video. Have you blocked him?
I'll have to, yeah.
Good morning from Australia. Hey, Tony.
Hello.
Tony's actually watching from, I think it's like 5 a.m. or something stupid over in Australia. I literally put it up and said, yeah, we're starting at 8 p.m. And he said, like, that's 5 a.m. in Australia. So massive thank you. Luke had Phoebe in next per. He's a cheeky little bastard, isn't he? Chris. Beth, have you watched Wild Things with Dominic Monaghan?
No, I haven't.
And Greg says nothing beats seeing tarantulas in its environment.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
I think if I seen, if you can imagine, like, you know, seeing pokies in their natural environment,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to contain the excitement. I would be like a little kid jumping up and down. Probably end up scaring the spiders off.
I'd love to see like an adult female arboreal tarantula with like slings.
With the brood, yeah.
It'd be amazing. I'd love to see that.
3 p.m. It started in Ontario, Canada. Scott and Beth. So Noah's come straight in from school to put us on then. Thank you, Noah. Someone send me vodka and Coke. I don't drink. I can't. Sorry, mate. And yes, I've seen one in its natural environment a few years before it came into the hobby. I wonder which one was that one, Greg? Oh my God, what's your favourite genus, Beth? And does it change? You can guess.
You can go first.
Me?
Favorite genus, Ceropagophus, all the way, followed very closely by Chilobrachys.
I can never answer it because I can't. I just can't see how you can have a favourite genus.
Easy.
It's impossible.
No, I just absolutely love my mean fossorial tarantulas. Just Chilobrachys and Ceropagophus are just king for me. There's just so many amazing tarantulas within those two genus. The other genuses, there's like a few from each of them that I really like, but there's quite a lot that I'm not interested in. Whereas Chilobrachys and Ceropagophus, there's not one in those genus I'm interested in.
It's like sending a kid into a sweet shop with a pound and saying buy one sweet. You know, for me, it's just, I don't know, I can't do it. Just go all out. Yeah, exactly. Sounds like a field trip is on the cards, guys, says Dave's Little Beasties.
I'd love that. That'd be amazing.
The plane would be bouncing on the way. We would all be jumping up and down, getting all excited. The plane would be going like this.
And the hand luggage would be crawling on the way back.
Customs would have a field day. There'd be like about 20,000 brown boxes all coming through customs at the same time. Scott, why are the Goliaths a bit expensive? They're just highly sought after, Aaron.
Because they're so big as well.
A YouTube holiday. Everybody's holiday day. Could all go. Chilies are up there for me, says Luke. What do you reckon the most underrated tarantula is in the hobby?
Probably not the most, but one tarantula that I think is really underrated is the Haplocosmia himalayana.
Do you reckon that's just because it's not available as much?
I don't know. I just think quite a lot of people overlook it and just see it as this brown spider, but they're actually awesome. They've got really, really good feeding responses and they've got real attitude. So I think they shouldn't be dismissed. Yeah, I agree with Steve W as well. The Nandu chromatus. The Nandu chromatus is actually one of my all-time favorite tarantulas. I love my adult females. So they're probably dismissed and just thought of as one of those like staple tarantulas that you get when you're a beginner, but I totally disagree.
Now I know what the answer to the next one's going to be. It's going to be Balfouri. What do you reckon the most overrated tarantula is?
I don't actually think that the Balfouri.
That was a Jaden wind up.
I love Balfouri.
Hey guys, I'll speak to you soon.
See See you
See
later.
you later, Ellie. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
I think a tarantula that is overrated is the Grammostola pulchra. I've got 2 of them, and I do like them, but I think they're boring.
Yeah, I've kind of got to agree with you on that, to be honest.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them, and I got both of them just because I bought someone's whole collection. But yeah, they're not really my thing. Quite boring. Yeah, I've seen the comments. I've been actively ignoring him.
Yeah, I thought so.
They're just stuck up for your shitty Balfouri as well.
He'll be crying over that now.
Good. I keep telling him I want to chop his ponytail off. It's too long.
Now that's a clickbait video, if there ever was one.
Yeah. I have a place in the north of Thailand I'm constantly working.
Oh, wow. That'd be awesome. Celedonia, pimped up jumping spiders.
No, I love Celedonia.
Nah, I think they do look nice. I think they're overly priced. I wouldn't say overrated, but they're definitely overly priced. Since my Chromatus medical, it's a right grumpy sight. Night, Peter.
Yeah, I just think the G pulchras are just, they're a bit boring, and they're so expensive as well, and they're such slow growers. And I don't know. Like I said, I've got 2 sub-adults, and I just don't really see the appeal. I just find them quite bland, really. They don't have any sort of.
I've got a couple of large juvies, and they seem to be large juvies forever. Literally, like I said, they've got to be one of the slowest growers out there.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like one of mine's most recently molted, and I didn't even really notice that it gained any size.
I love my G Pultra. Sorry, not sorry. Love my, says Lewis.
That's fair enough.
There's always an exception. I love the trapdoors. Dave had a few months ago. Seeing those was when I decided to get some tarantulas, the Brazilian jewels. No one is chopping it off apart from me, and I think I'm far behind. Let me refresh.
Can you say that again in English, please, Jaden?
Well, Erin, take care. Erin, the boy who has autism. Again, hit that kid up with a subscription. It is absolutely awesome. Gemma, got to go sort out the pigeon. Good, you guys are off your heads. Got to go sort out the pigeon. Where else would you ever hear that?
Yeah, they are boring, Dave.
What's top of the wish list, said Luke.
I want some Donatelli Diamantus. You know the ones?
Diamantinensis.
I really want some of those. I had a sling, but it died. I'd like some sub-adults of those. I'm also waiting for Dave's T. Celedonia to drop another sack so that I can buy a few of them. I'd like some more Davos species Panama as well. I've got one. I've got one in here, which is about that big. It's not very big at the moment.
I had an adult female Diamantinensis, and I gave it to a friend because they always wanted one. And I had another one lined up, and then unfortunately the other one that lined up, that deal fell through. Jaden says he's got a mature male. Someone please take him as I have no female. Which one was that for, Jaden? Beth from Charlie. Do you have Chiliabrachii species South Thailand?
No, I don't. They've got slings on the Spider Shop's website at the moment, though.
Lewis, I hate Balfour. I'm going to snuggle into bed, my loves. Good night, Scotty, Beth, and everyone. Night, Sophie. Nigel. Bethany and Scott, have you bred any diplorid? Not yet. Not yet. It is on the breeding wish list. I can't do it at the moment because I can't control temperatures as well as I'd like to. But when we move and get all the inverts into their own room, it'd be a lot easier then.
Jaden's got the Dolichothelli mature male. Jaden, is that the one that you got with me when we got all those spiders when I got the P Metallica and that? Yeah, from Steve.
I hope you find somebody with a female, because that would be pretty cool. Get some more babies into the hobby. Back a bit later, Victoria was having an infectious giggling fit, as she settled.
I like some of the LSD as well.
I've got 3.
Nice.
I've got a confirmed adult female. I've got an unsexed subadult, which I'm keeping my fingers crossed it's going to pop out male, but you watch it come out female. And then I've got a tiny sling as well as.
That's cool.
The sling, I was given the sling because somebody didn't want it no more. And then the 2 LSDs, they just come on a deal. Literally, somebody was selling up one of them.
That's cool.
But did you find, like, do you know when you go and buy somebody's collection because they don't want it no more? You think, well, I'll keep that. I've already got that twice, so I'll sell that one. And then you end up keeping it anyway.
Yeah, I did that. I've recently bought someone's whole collection, and I only ended up selling like all the slings. I kept all the adults. Even though I had doubles of some of them already.
I can't even sell the slings off. I'm like, no, that's mine now. It's added to the collection. It's on the shelf, so it can't go nowhere. I have a female LSD, doesn't even chuck molts out, see its feet once a month. That's about the same, Luke, to be honest. We've got one female. It does tend to sit with the feet out, but you never see the purple bum. Sorry, Noah, pressed the wrong button. Noah, you have to put your comment back in again. The moderator deleted it by accident because he's a knob. Size of Jay, wouldn't be surprised if a house spider has eating it. Sorry, I've still got a loose C. elegans. Little fucker has never shown up. Kind of wonder if, like Invert says, probably one of the cellar spiders probably munched it off because they're tiny, tiny as slings.
Yeah, so small.
My female let the egg sac. I was so pissed off.
Oh, that's
so pissed off. He had the egg sac and had it. Oh, she was on it. I think had about 2 or 3 days, and then it was going to be time to open it. And Layla came in here stressed as fuck and slammed around, and I reckon that did it. I reckon that fucked it up.
It's just like so many things that could go wrong. You're on tenterhooks when you've got a female on a sack.
Noah's posted the same message 6 times. Well, I better read it then. Now I can't get the picture of a jumping plane jumping up and down with Scott and Dave and Bethany's faces smushed in the place windows, making the goddamn plane fucking bounce. That's from ages ago. You have to do a picture of it, Noah. Whack it up on the Facebook group. I think my elegance has molted 4 times. Be lucky if it's 1 to 1.5 centimeters. Got a K Berenipe sling loose as well. Oh dear. Thought I'd found it last week, but it was tiny native spider. I like the Berenipes. I think they're quite cool.
I've got one sling.
Oh, I've got an adult female and a sub.
Dwarf spiders aren't really my thing.
I thought you liked the Davius.
yeah, I don't mind the Davos Pentalorus. I said the Davos species Panama is one of my favourites. But I think the Davos Pentalorus, they aren't actually that small, but some of the dwarf spiders are just so small.
Need to get back for egg sack eating. What's happened to this?
Dug out his LSD spider yesterday.
I've got an adult female Brunipede, seen it twice in 2 years. That was when I rehoused it. But that's when you know your spider's comfortable. It's just chilling. Right, I'm off. All nice chatting. Take care, Scott and Beth. Good stream. Enjoy the rest of it, everybody else. See you later, Jaden. Take care. I nearly had 2 loose bow slings today. Little sods are. We've still got Damien Medius loose in the house somewhere from when we bred them last year.
Oops.
But luckily, the other half don't mind them. So she sees one of those running across the wall. She won't batter an eyelid.
Dave said buy roops. Yeah, I've got 2 slings of the buy roops. You remember Dave's video when he had the buy roops go up his sleeve?
That was cracking.
That was so funny. Yeah, I've got 2 slings, but that's what I've got.
Oh, Lupang the Vitata ate hers. Got the mature male here, mate. I think we have. Let me just check. Yeah, he's still in there. I'll prop him around Lupang over the weekend. We'll see what happens. Any suggestions on how to help my P Metallica male? He's molted but had one fang that was stuck, and a small amount remains on his fang.
If he can still eat, then it shouldn't be
Don't worry about it. Yeah, if you can eat, don't worry about it.
If he can eat, then it'll naturally just disintegrate as long as he can still eat. And I mean, they've got 2 fangs, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. It depends how big that piece is still stuck. Luke said he's got a vinegaroon loose somewhere. Well, I think I've got a visitor coming in, I think.
My original Denibonopis has been in my freezer for about 18 months. Keep me in to get. I've got a couple of spiders in the freezer. Got a couple of dead scorpions up there. So Beth's just back. She's just been for a quick swing around her pole because she was getting frustrated.
No, I was going to the Rottweiler.
Night, Lewis. Which is Urban Exotics UK. Same, not sure. Have you got any do you keep your dead spiders in the freezer or anything like that? Or
no, I just get rid of them.
I've got 2 in the 3 in the freezer at the moment. 3 in the freezer and a Scorpion Murius, and they've got another 2 scorpions that have passed away up there somewhere.
No, I just get rid of mine. I think if any of my adult females that I really love pass away, then I'll probably get them slings. Yeah, that'd be quite cool. I'd like to do that.
That was the original idea, to freeze them until I learn how to pin properly. But I just don't have the time to go on YouTube and just go, right, get the polystyrene, get the pins, then what do we do? Forgot to give them to...
Can we see the dog, Beth? I'll go and see if I can get her. She knows she's not allowed in the spider room, so she'll probably be very coy if I let her in here.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a GBB and an empty ashtray to freak people out. Hey, Anton.
There she is. It feels like I can move the camera around. There she is.
Oh, she's like, I am the boss tonight. I'm in the spider room.
What are you doing in here?
Oh,
What are you doing in here? This way. Let them see you. She's a big softie. Have a look at them. Look, say
the
hello.
coat is gorgeous.
Say hello. She's all nervous because she knows she's not allowed in here. Good girl.
Spider King. Beth, she is gorgeous. It's so sweet, Bethany. Beautiful, Rotty. Oh, what a beauty. Yeah. Pin is easier than I think.
She's a big baby.
That is one healthy looking dog.
She's lush. Oi, you're not getting in. She's trying to get in with the Rhino beetles. This is why she's not allowed in here, because she's like a bull in a china shop and she'll just start knocking stuff over. Right, out you go then, darling. Good girl. She'll be all sad with me now that I've knocked her out.
Spoken about getting a Rotty as our next dog. Need a bigger place and garden. Ours passed away and I can't bring myself to get another one yet. I think it's going to be a couple of years till I've finished grieving over her.
Yeah, it's tough. They're a big part of the family and I can't even bear to think about it. But it's just me and Penny here, and obviously all the creepy crawlies as well. And she's just changed my life. I'm just so glad I got her. She'll be 2 in October, and I just couldn't imagine not having her now.
I love large breed dogs. Great Dane, boy is stunning.
Yeah, and Rottweilers get such a bad reputation. People
They
completely avoid us when they see us. I mean, that's fine. I don't want to talk to anyone anyway. I'm well antisocial, but it does annoy me that people are like scared of her when she's just a big baby. Like all she wants is attention all the time, like you just seen. All she wants is for me to just pet her all day.
Hey, Robbie. I think quite a lot of the dog species just get a bad reputation, and then they're just frowned upon, aren't they?
It's all about how you treat them and how you bring them up.
Yeah. Ours was Dog de Bordeaux cross Mastiff. She was a rescue, but she'd also got, you could see the red nose in her. So you could see that little bit of red nose. And the amount of dickheads that come up to me going, oh, do you want to breed her, mate? Do you want to breed her? I was forever going, no, fuck off, you prick. Do you know what I mean? All literally, to take her down Marsh Street, literally about 5 minutes up the road, you're in dickhead land. Mm-hmm. And yeah, literally, oh, do you want to breed your dog, mate? Do you want to breed your dog? No, I want to take my dog for a fucking walk.
Tony said Rotties are one of the best breeds. Lost mine last year, a few months before his 15th. Oh, that's a good age though for a Rottweiler.
15?
Just before,
wow.
A few months before he turned 15.
That's impressive, yeah. Luke says they don't deserve the reputation. Such gentle dogs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's very protective of me, but she's a big baby.
Dave, next time you visit Beth, you got to bring her with you.
All right, I will, Dave. But you'll have to put all of your vases and everything like that away because she's like a bull in a china shop. She'll come zooming in and she's got no sort of awareness or anything. She's got no fear. So like whenever I go out and she's left at home, I've got like some glass skulls and things like that in the living room. They all have to go in my bedroom out of the way because otherwise I know she'll just knock them over because she's quite hectic.
Same as our old one. Like I said, she was dopey though. She was proper dopey. She'd break something and just look at you like.
That's Penny, yeah.
I haven't done anything. What?
Penny has to get into everything as well. That's why I can't have her in here because, well, for one, she doesn't like being hot anyway, and I've obviously got this whole room heated to like 25 degrees. But also, she's just so nosy. She wants to be involved in everything. So if I was doing something up on the desk, she'd be like knocking into me. She wants to see what I'm doing, and God, imagine if a spider escaped. Like she'd just be like one paw, and it'd be like squish. So, if anything I'm doing, like if I'm doing the washing or anything, she's like, "What's going on, mummy?" Like, sticks her head right in. She wants to see what's going on. She's always got to be involved. So
How do you heat your room?
I've just got a radiator down here, which is on there.
Is that just an oil filled radiator?
It's a non-oil filled.
Oh, non-oil
And I've
filled.
just got on here.
What's that?
Yeah, so it keeps it at 25 degrees in here, but then obviously it's warmer at the top of the room, so I can regulate the heat still in the room, even though I've got the radiator.
Dave says, can't be any more clumsy than Camera Lady.
Just you wait and see. You won't want her in your spider room, put it that way.
We reckon his best mate is actually Camera Lady. I can't remember. Is it Paul that come with him on BTS? I can't remember his name. I reckon that's actually Camera Lady.
No, I've met Camera Lady, the mystery and the myth that is Camera Lady. I've met her.
We were saying he needs to do Camera Lady t-shirts.
Yeah, not when you
Camera
get
Lady
there.
merch.
Right. I think we're coming to the end of the stream. I've got to pick up Layla pretty soon because, well, she left for school at 8 o'clock this morning, and she has been down to London singing at where's she singing?
Royal Albert Hall.
Singing at the Royal Albert Hall. So the school bus should be getting back pretty soon. I've got to go pick her up from school.
No worries, but that's fine. I'm going to head off anyway because I've got an early morning tomorrow.
As for dogs, I have a pure Yorkie named Maya. Her birthday is on Halloween, and a dog named Sony. She's half Labrador, half Shepherd.
That's cool.
The breeder already named her, and we lived on Sony Street. Oh, God. Yes, Paul. Yeah, he says, yeah. Don't they like cost £3 a day to run, says Lee.
What, the heater?
The non-oil ones cost loads. The oil filled aren't too bad, but to be fair, I think no matter how you heat the room, we're all now going to be in the same boat with how costs are going up. I don't think it's going to make much difference.
I don't really notice, to be honest. I've got one that is. The reason why I bought it was because it's supposed to be quite good on energy efficient, like good on the electric. I don't look at my smart meter anyway. My electricity has already gone up so much. But to be honest, throughout the summer, it makes up for the winter as it does in general with your heating. So although it might cost me a little bit more to keep this room warm in the winter, throughout the summer, I mean, recently over the last month or so, this heater's barely even been on because the room is already just at 25 degrees anyway. And if it does come on, it's only coming on for a little bit throughout the evening, but it might only come on for a few minutes and it turns back off. So I also, it's a small price to pay. When you've got a large collection like this, you've got to take into account that you're going to have to pay to heat the whole room. So if you don't want to pay to heat the room, then just have a few tarantulas and have a heat mat.
So we've got the oil filled. But to be honest, I haven't given the new radiators with the new technology a look at yet because they've probably come a long way. Because it's always been a case of oil filled because you heat your oil and the oil continues to release that heat, so you don't have to. So your elements just coming on, going off, and then coming back on again. But with modern technology, I should imagine they're probably about the same. But just kind of behind my laptop that way, I've got an Aki monitor tank, and that's at 40 degrees permanently. So that I reckon that heats up in here pretty well. Plus the lights, because we've got geckos over there. They've got plant growth lights and UV lights and God knows what going. But the Aki, he was in the front room, and now we've moved him into this room. When it's warmer, I'm finding I'm not sweating my balls off as much in that room. You know, but it's like having a 40-degree radiator on all the time with that thing.
Noah's asked me a question, so I'll probably answer this question and then head off, Scott. So Noah said, I'm curious, off topic, but what do you do for work? I've been curious.
She's an international super spy.
I work
She's
in
told you. She's pole dancer.
I work in private security, but that's all I can really disclose. Can't really say who I work for, but I just work in private security. It's nothing too exciting.
She works in security desk, so don't fuck with Beth.
But yeah, it's been lovely being on the stream tonight, Scott. Thanks so much for having me. I'll definitely come on another time. Thank you to everyone that has asked me questions in the comments. I really enjoyed being on the
really appreciate your time. Like I said, we couldn't really get much conversation at BTS because
we're both so busy.
So busy, it was unbelievably busy. But thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And again, if one of the moderators could just put Beth's channel link down into the comments, that would be awesome. But I would pretty much assume if you subscribe to me, you're already subscribed to Beth anyway. And Beth, when you're massive, remember us little guys, won't you?
Yeah, I'll forget you. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Scott, and thanks to everyone that asked me questions. And Chris, no, I'm not getting a BOD before you ask.
When we go to the next show, that's all he's going to be on about. It's for about 2 hours in the car. Is I'm going to get Beth on.
Well,
yeah, good night, everybody.
See you all later.
Take care.
Bye.